In the years before World War II, the ceremony of St. Thomas Day was a big event. March 7th, maybe if it fell on a Sunday, it would be on the Monday or the Saturday preceding. It was quite an affair. Well, we've been doing this for years, and on the way back, it took about 2 hours for the Mass. For some reason, the Archbishop that year did not lead in the prayers, but he answered the prayers. And he always answered in the same way. When it came to the one response, he would go, Et cum spiritu. And you could hear him over all the other people. On the way out, why they had to take off his robes, put on the gown that he would wear going out, and the gloves were removed and the sandals. And on the way out, we were dismissed when we got to Ireland Hall, and on the way to our classrooms, we were off for the day, but we would take our clothing back. George Langland, who led the group in a very loud voice, said, well, we certainly did that one in a very fine order. It was with a hidey-hi and a hody-ho, and an et cum spiritu-o.
So you gonna go to Bill?
Yeah.
What are you gonna take?
When I first got here, I shined my brass because...
Well, like I said, I think tradition is more of a personal kind of thing. They say a lot of that tradition is, you know, the certain ceremonies and certain uniform and things like that. I think it's more of a kind of an intangible
thing there can be. I think the uniform, the aspect of that, is first of all the best equalizer in a school atmosphere there is. We're here to learn, and I see other kids.
It's pride in yourself. I think that that all the people here want you to succeed, and I think they want you to hold your head up high and really be proud of what you are and what you can do. So I think that's where the sense of tradition comes through, where they want to instill that in you and have pride in yourself. And from there, I think everything kind of just follows suit. Pride in your school and in your family and religion and things like that. Like it's kind of a community. And the sports teams are something that we really take pride in.
There's some stuff you just can't learn when you're sitting in a classroom. You just have to be out doing something.
The academics. It's an excellent school. I've learned a lot here at St. Thomas. It's prepared me well for what I'll be doing in the future.
Every teacher here knows you. I would say there's not a teacher in the school who doesn't know my first name and my last name.
If you want to do
They're really friendly.
you can do it at St. Thomas. There's so many organizations.
Forward, back, down, forward, okay?
If you want to participate, you can. Most
Now you
teams,
understand.
that's
Let's look at the model
care
one
about
more
what
time.
you're doing and stuff, and you can sit down and talk to them, which is kind of nice. So you get to know them, and they get to know you.
Fred was he's a fantastic teacher. He's one of the best teachers I've ever had. And his style was a little bit off the cuff. One of the things he used to do was, the biology lab is right across from the chapel, and he commanded complete attention. And anytime he didn't have it, he would use a variety of means. And this one particular day, class wasn't going so well. He was asking questions of the class, and people weren't responding in a real good manner. And he ended up asking one guy, and I forget his name, I wish I could remember it, what an answer to a particular question was, and he replied, "Oh, I don't know." Pretty typical response. And immediately, Mr. Gatto grabbed him by the back of the neck and ushered him into the chapel to say 50 Hail Marys. And we all thought he was kidding, that he was going to get, talked to in the hall privately. But the kid stayed in there for about a half hour saying 50 Hail Marys. And that's my most vivid recollection of Mr. Gatto.
At the academy, you had to take people out there with a grain of salt. But you also met people that were very intelligent and people that knew what they were talking about and tried to give you especially the teachers and the coaches and everybody involved with it, some type of feeling about what's going to hit you after you got out of the doors from the academy. They try to tell you that the real world is not the easiest place to live, but that you're capable of living in it, and you're capable of excelling in it.
No, but all of my professors did different things. One of my professors is sitting here today, and he did a lot. Cy Turbies did a lot for me. I had him for a history teacher. And I think probably more than any other human being, Cy Turbies taught me what it was to be a Christian man.
When I went here, I had, I think, 6 teachers that my father had. He graduated from here in 1955. And tradition, I guess, is, I don't know, inexorably bound in people staying here for over 25 years. And it's not just that they stay here, because people stay in jobs all the time, but the type of quality that these people bring to the job, talking mostly about the teachers now because I didn't have so much contact with the administration, luckily. One in particular, though, stands out, not only for his Christian personality and his intellectual achievement, but also his lust for life and his humor, which I think that his humor is really the mark of a civilized man.
But these men gave a tremendous amount. You got a lot of philosophy, and although philosophy wasn't in the high school curriculum, you got the things that help you make decisions and build a life on, and that paid off down the line. No question in my mind that the closeness and the warmth and the outgoing feeling, it all goes back to that wonderful faculty and their dedication. Men who really love boys, and men who are really willing to spend the time and the effort. Like I say, they certainly didn't get paid. But I don't think money could have paid for their attitude. They had to have the dedication, and their dedication undoubtedly wrapped off on us. And I think it's probably the reason why, over the years, we've still maintained our closeness, and that closeness is allied right to our feelings that we enjoyed and that we gained from being students at the academy. Some of the lessons were negative lessons. We learned how to take disappointments, overcome them. That stood us well later in business and in life itself. But there were good things. We learned to prosper. We learned to study. We learned to learn. We gained a polish, a patina, a veneer. There's no question that you can pick out the St. Thomas Military Academy graduate